Philosopher kings, the unlikely rulers. But who should rule? Not the richest, not the most popular, but those who know the good. Plato shocked his readers by declaring, "Until philosophers become kings, or kings become philosophers, there can be no end to the troubles of states." Why? Because only philosophers, those who pursue eternal truths, not personal gain, can see beyond illusion. In his Allegory of the Cave, Plato tells of people trapped in a shadowy cave, mistaking flickering shadows for reality. Philosophers escape the cave, behold the sunlight of truth, and must return, even if the people resist, to guide the rest. The radical experiment. No families, no property for the guardians. To prevent corruption, Plato went further. In his ideal city, the ruling class would hold no private property and no families. Love and children would be shared communally among the guardians. Radical? Yes. But to Plato, love of family and wealth divided loyalty. The guardians must love only the city. This has led to accusations of totalitarianism, but for Plato, the stakes were too high. The soul of the city was at risk, a harsh critic of democracy. Ironically, though born in a democracy, Plato was one of its harshest critics. To him, Athenian democracy which killed Socrates was mob rule, where unqualified masses voted on matters they did not understand. He compared it to a ship with no trained captain, where everyone wants to steer. Worse, democracy, in Plato's eyes, inevitably devolves into tyranny, when a charismatic leader rises, promising freedom, only to enslave the people. This was not just theory, it was history unfolding before him. The cycle of political decay. In Book 8 of the Republic, Plato describes the cycle of political regimes. Aristocracy, rule by the wise. Timocracy, rule by the honorable, like Sparta. Oligarchy, rule by the rich. Democracy, rule by the people. Tyranny, rule by a despot. Each is a degeneration of the last, unless philosophy leads the way back to justice. From idealism to realism, the later dialogues. In his later work, The Laws, and older Plato softens. Realizing the ideal city may never be built, he drafts a second-best state. A constitutional regime with laws, religion, and education, still deeply moral, but more grounded. His dream remained alive, but tempered by experience. Plato and PSIR. Why he matters. Foundation of political thought. Plato is the origin of normative theory. He asked not what is, but what ought to be. Ethics, power. He explored the deep tension between philosophy and politics, ethics and leadership. Critique of democracy. His concerns about populism, demagoguery, and misinformation remain strikingly relevant. Enduring influence. From Aristotle to Rawls, Plato's vision shaped the evolution of political thought and debates on justice, leadership, and the ideal state. Legacy. Moral. Plato never ruled, but he built the Academy of Ideas, where justice and truth were eternal pursuits.